Good morning, fellow traders. Bubblehead here. It's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Thursday, February 13, 2020. I hope everybody had a great night last night. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only, not investment advice. So let's take a moment to review this disclaimer, please. Awesome. Okay, let's check and see where we left off in the market yesterday. So SPX hit all-time highs, right? We've been holding this upward trend line right here, and generally, green candle, everything was looking pretty good. And of course, then China had its little oopsie with their number reporting on the coronavirus diagnoses, and so that's got the market down about 25 points, 23 points right now. So right now, SPX has been kind of moving up through a trend channel, and so this bump line, right, from a bump and run potential, is getting pretty close to the top of the channel. So it's not surprising to see that we have a little bit of a pullback here. And again, that 25 points down at this point, if that is where we open, right, would kind of put us around this open gap right here. So we may see an open gap here. We may see it defended. The most important thing for me to see is that this candle right here, this 33, just figure 33, right? 50% of that candle, I want to make sure that's defended to make sure that strength stays in force, right? So if that gets defended, we get a little bit of balance, and maybe we get above the trend line. That would be good, but we'll continue to monitor this right here. So I'm sure the bears are loving it this morning to see a little bit of a down move from all-time highs. It's always their favorite spot to see a short, but we'll see if this market can defend itself going into today. Let's take a look at the S&P futures here. So let's see. So we have So we had a down move last night, right? I mean, so once those numbers came out in the coronavirus, we saw a down move here. We saw a bit of an attempt here, but to me, this looked like a bear pennant or a bear flag, right? Kind of working its way down, and that's exactly what happened. We pushed down below the breakdown levels right here, retest of that 33.70 level, and then we flushed down a little bit more into the morning here. Now we're trying to see a little bit of recovery, so we can get above this up downward trend line here. If we can get some strength on that, we may be able to reclaim some of this range, and then maybe the bulls can take over into the morning. So that being said, let's take a look and see what we have on the news and earnings front this morning, see if anything's being affected overall. So Cisco is one that is looking pretty interesting this morning. That's after earnings, so that's down. Keep an eye on that one today. AMAT is another one. It's actually up a little bit on earnings, so keep an eye on that to see if that gets some continued strength into today. Might be a relative strength mover. BABA is an important one always when there's China news out there, and it had it's up on an earnings report right here. So with negative China news and BABA up, that could actually be a very, very interesting one to keep an eye on too. KHC is going to be reporting this morning. Kraft Heinz can actually sometimes give some pretty interesting earnings reports, so let's keep an eye on that one as well. Yeti, typically good for a move intraday, so let's see how that holds its earnings report right there. It looks like it's down and then gave a little bit of a bounce here, so let's see how that goes. Consumer staples, this could be a very interesting one as well. Pepsi is reporting this morning, so it's up a little bit here pre-market. It came up a little bit last night too, so let's see if that gets a little bit of a move. Again, consumer staples when the market is weak is definitely one to keep an eye on. Shop for day two, this is one we would look at on the 30-orb list. They had a great earnings report and then basically faded the gap a little bit about halfway through the gap, and then they got a few downgrades this morning, so that's going to be active as well. Let's take a look at MGM. So MGM is another one that is not only earnings related, but also has some CEO news that came out. I believe the CEO is leaving, and then Tesla, of course, had their recall yesterday, which sent it down a little bit, but it's recovering nicely pre-market here. So let's see if that is likes to act inverse to the market. So a couple cool ones I just want to point out too. Whether we're bullish or bearish, there is a great new scan that we introduced to our group that's putting a lot of things right in front of us that really makes sense. So Merck is one that popped up yesterday. This has been been on the bearish radar. We got a double inside 15 right here that had an amazing breakdown yesterday. So great job on Merck on that one. And LVS is another one related to MGM, right, with the casinos. This one gave us a nice pop yesterday too intraday. We had a nice consolidated move right there, hit our scan, and then you have a 15-hour breakout for a beautiful move to the upside on LVS. So looking forward to that today, whether or not the futures are up or down into the open. So that's always a fun one when you have some great stuff in front of you, some great setup. So looking forward to that. I hope you guys can join and check that out, and I hope everybody has a great rest of your trading day or a great trading day today. And we'll catch you guys at the lunchtime market update, and we'll see you then. And remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you soon.